And welcome back into Timelocke. Today's going to be a different day because we are voicing over, and I got an extra day off of work because if you haven't seen, this is coming out on Monday, I believe, that the US had a really big snowstorm and we got probably 5 or 6 inches of snow. So, we were in a level 2 and the snow's gonna keep going for the rest of the day. So I got a free extra day to record videos, so I'm really pumped about that. So I'm going to definitely enjoy this. I don't know why the silence was right there. I was thinking. So yeah, so in the footage you guys are seeing today, we are going to be I'm working on the next part of the base. If you have seen last episode, I hinted at it a little bit. This is actually what I did, I think right before the torch episode from Sunday, and then I will have a couple more of these episodes to play with before we get back to the normal style. We're gonna have probably 3 or so voiceover ones because I did a lot of progress on stuff, and so now I got some extra footage I want to use, to not show that I just did it all and it's like, oh yeah, here's all the progress I did. I like actually want to show what I did in my thought process. I went through and I chopped out some of the dumb bits. I didn't watch through the entire footage that you're seeing, but I watched through most of it and cut out like all the pauses and things like that. But you are gonna see like just my pure thought process as I go along with these things. And so I was sitting there this morning. I wake up and I check it's a level 2 and I see the snow's coming down. And I get a text from a couple friends from work. They're like, hey, you going in? I'm like, I don't know, probably not. And so everybody's like, yeah, you know what? Everybody in my department's calling off for the day. It's like, yeah, we're taking the day off. And I was just sitting there scrolling through reels on Instagram, doom scrolling as I do. And I was doing it on my Pokemon Bracket account just because it's more fun to have the possibility to find two YouTubers to partner with and stuff like that. And I found a really cool account of this guy who's really small. And if I remember when I watch through this, I will put some photos and stuff on screen. Hopefully I remember. I guess we'll see. So he calls himself Get Dad Lore. And basically what he is doing is he's going through and playing Minecraft and he is going to be like every follower he gets across all of his platforms, he is going to write a like journal page about stuff. And from looks of it, it could be about his day, some like quotes, stories, kind of stuff like that, where he's wanting to get a chance to just like write things down. And I was um I was watching his video on Instagram when he was really small. He has like maybe 100 followers on Instagram. Like he's new. He's 4 posts and stuff like that. And I'm like, this is really cool. And watching that first video gave me the feeling of when I started my time lock series of that starter video. Obviously his was a little higher quality because he didn't drop the ball on his first one like we did, but we don't gotta talk about that. And it was super cool. Just looking back at it, and so then I went to his YouTube. He has 8 subs on here, and he has 3 videos, and I'm like, wow, he's really tiny. This is really cool to see. And his one video, the thumbnail of it really thumbnail and the video title really grabbed me. It says you try to justify your experience, your existence. I can't read. My bad. Sorry, I'm glancing between a couple things, so hopefully my audio doesn't sound too bad off. But I was reading that, and I was really thinking back to early time lock when I was talking about certain things as I was playing, and I was like, man, this is really cool. This really takes me back to it, and I was like, I really want to like get this essence again and try to do things like that. So I ended up messaging the guy. I'm like, hey, it's really cool concept and stuff, and he was really nice about it. He told me he's just trying to think of a few things and how we were talking about how Minecraft is such a calm like game and you can do a lot with it. And I just thought it was really cool how so many people take this and use it as like a canvas and can paint so many different stories with the game. He's playing more modern. I think he had some texture packs or some mods. I couldn't tell which one exactly it was. But yeah, and he's doing new stuff. I'm playing with old stuff, and it was just a really cool thing. I guess let's click on his Instagram if it lets me. He's 137 followers is what's showing, and he is gonna start um writing on it. I'm start writing his journal books is what he was doing, and what he's gonna do is he's gonna put it all on Instagram, on YouTube, and that's how he documents it, which is also a great way to get people to move over to your Instagram. I'll link this down below if I remember when I go to upload this, because super cool concept. If anybody's watching this, I'll make a short out of this as well. Go follow him. I like supporting smaller channels, even though I am a small channel. We're not even in the triple digits yet. We've been at this for 3 months, but I think it's really cool to shout out littler channels and do things like that because there's always some joy in helping others who you see smaller than you, and you never know. I mean, there's a day this guy could be bigger than me, and I was like, oh, it's so cool to watch people's growth on the internet because all it takes is one video, 1 hour of the algorithm, and you're basically set. You'll get 10,000, 100,000, a million views, and you can build a community immediately from that. And that's what's just so powerful about the
So,
internet and things like that is the fact that
so
it
what
doesn't
we'd
take
be
much
thinking
and you
for the
can be
very
set.
beginning.
So that's why so many people
Um,
attempt this. But
we go
also the
like
truth of it
there
is
for a
that
level. One level has to be there.
YouTube is
One level
designed to
has to be
make its
there.
creators fail. Not the successful ones, just like the everyday ones
Let me
like
go
me or
make
you
this level
who
first.
start channels because everybody who I end up seeing following this
This
has
is
a YouTube
hard.
presence, a couple videos, something like that where
New level first.
you try to do it yourself. I don't know the exact amount, but I'm gonna
Well,
guess
at
probably
minimum, we got a
one in
level
every
here.
100, maybe 1,000 creators make it in this world. Realistically,
Every minimum, we got a level
if I
there.
were to be a
Every
guessing
minimum,
man
we
on
got a
it, because
level
you gotta
there.
think, how many times have you went to go make a YouTube account and you post a video, you're like, oh, this is really cool, you're happy with it, and you get 0 views, 1 view, 5 views, and that's it. And you get discriminated and you never post again. Or you post um drop out 3 videos and nothing much happens of it and you're like, dang, this sucks, and you leave it there and you just don't go back to it. Or you meet somebody who is like me and you just post all the time for months and months and months and you just slowly try to grow something that you were having. Most people aren't in it for the grind. Most people, see it as a quick cash grab and just want to jump in, get famous, and leave. But the truth is, the people that do that, obviously they're going to be more successful, but they're not going to be as satisfied about it because it's more rewarding to work hard for something than it is to just have it given to you. That can be for most things. That can be for wealth, it can be for money, it can be for a job, it can be all kinds of those things. It's obviously there's nothing wrong with if you are a like nepo baby, I guess the word is for it, and you don't like abuse it in a sense. You just get lucky. Like you can't fault somebody for being born into a rich family, but what you do with it, you can be faulted for. Like if you then become really lazy or don't want to do stuff or don't have an appreciation for the world, then yeah, then at that point you're gonna take hits at you for being a nepo baby in these senses, you could say. So yeah, so that's kind of where my thought process went from that, and I thought I'd talk about it on here because I literally just watched it and I was like, oh man, I already killed my phone battery. It's been 3 hours. Let me let me go give that thing a charge. So I figured something else I would touch on real quickly is what I have been doing the last couple days. Something fun at work. I was listening to a podcast and my voice popped up on Spotify because I've looked up my podcast on my personal Spotify account and I've never watched it, but I've clicked on it to like see if the videos came out yet to check to upload it and stuff to Instagram when I used to plug them, and I got jump scared by my own voice. It scared the crap out of me. And then I ended up listening through the episode, and then over the course of 2 days, I ended up listening to about all of my podcast episodes. And it's really weird being able to sit there and listen to your voice because one of the toughest things to do is get that ability to not cringe at your own voice. They say everybody hates their own voice, but it's not easy to overcome it. I was telling a couple people that hey, I was listening to my podcast at work and listening to myself talk. It's really weird, And everybody's response is, I hate my voice. I can never do that. And I was like, I did too. And then I was like, this is like a influencer thing where you have to learn and adapt to it. And that's just what makes content creators more successful is the fact that they aren't scared of their own voice and they're not, I guess, embarrassed to put something out bad. Like they do what they can, make it the best, and whatever happens, happens. That's how I kind of feel about this series. Things aren't perfect, things aren't going to turn out the best, but I like to, make something, do what I can, and then post it. You're gonna get some bad ones, you're gonna get some good ones. That's why I feel shorts. Every once in a while, I post a great short where I look back and I'm like, oh, this is good. This was a great commentary I said on something. Or you get the type of thing where you're like, man, this one sucked. I'm gonna post it anyway. And for some reason, the ones I feel the worst about end up doing the best. One that sticks out to me is I had my fishing blooper. So basically, it was like 2 or 3 weeks ago. I'm trying to remember back at this point. It was 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I went to go start the recording, and I started the recording. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait for a fish, and once the fish appears, I'm gonna catch it and start the recording. And as I said that, a fish appeared and I missed it. And I got all mad about it. And so then I post that little clip, and I was like, it's okay. It wasn't the funniest thing, but in the like rewatching the clip in the moment, I was like, oh, that's funny. And then I edited it and then I exported it and then I watch it again. I'm like, okay, this isn't that funny. I'm like, this kind of sucked. And I was like, oh yikes. I said I should not post that, but I already had edited it, did all the work, and I'm like, I can't just say no at this point. And now it's the best reel I've had. So whenever I go to compare things, it absolutely blows all the other ones out of the water. It hasn't beat by like 1,000 views. The next closest reel on there, I believe. I mean, I can look real quick, and things will get so out of date so quick. But yeah, it has 2,500 20 500 views, and it's actually an only first by 11 views. But the reel before was posted like a month and a half beforehand, so it had like an extra like 40, 50 days on it. Yeah, because the first couple reels I posted actually did really good, but the last couple haven't actually been doing the best. Really enough, I'm not sure why. I gotta look into it more because shorts is definitely a avenue I need to get in. It's helped me increase my subscribers. Like this month, we're up 32 subs this month. That is almost double what we were beforehand, which is kind of crazy to see how quickly this growth has been happening, which is awesome because the whole point of this is we're in the early game. I kind of look at YouTube like it's a like Terraria progression where right now we're in the early game. We are preparing to fight the Eye Cthulhu, and we are really weak, and there's not a lot we can do. So we're spending this time finding life crystals, building houses, getting the merchant, finding ores, all that kind of stuff. And it's like we're trying to do that. That's how I feel about this, which is a really funny way to put this, where it's like, oh yeah, yeah, we're playing a video game and we're in the very early stages of it, which I don't know if a lot of people think of it that way, but that's the way I think of it at least. As we're in the true early game right now, and things get a lot more fun the farther we get into this. So that's why I'm always excited to see what I can do and figure out more. Another idea I was thinking of is I think I need to start putting a more interesting clip at the front of the video because the problem is retention time is what kills this. Like the recent video I just put out today, yesterday's video, it has 4 views and it has 14-second average. So that means over the course of the 4 people who watched it, they collectively watched it for less than a minute. I think it's like 56 seconds would be I think's the math on that. And it's like, okay, that's cool. 4 people clicked on it, but no one's watching it. The last couple episodes, at least, the um retention was in like 5 minutes, and then it drops slowly as like the people who want to watch it watch the whole thing, and then the people who don't care click on it and click off, and it just you know goes down like that. So it's definitely a type. I kind of just lost my train of thought there, but it's just a thing where over time the average will just drop because The people who care watch it first, and the people who discover it and dislike it watch it for a second, and then lose interest or like, oh, okay, this guy's voice sucks, or this is too calm for me. I need more fast-paced brain water and stuff like that. So I mean, I totally get why stuff like that happens, but I'm not gonna fault it. It's just me needing to get better at it. And also, I started putting a thumbnail in the last couple episodes, and I think I'm gonna start doing that in the future. And so, like for like today's video, this one's gonna just be shout out to that guy right there, as hopefully we can get a couple people to go over and sub and find him. As even though I'm small, an extra few thousand people to find that man would be really cool and stuff. So I was thinking of just pulling the clip from today's video, but I might need to add a little extra over to it. But I don't know. We'll figure that out tomorrow and see how the weather is going. Hopefully it's better, so we can get back to work and chase that bag. Cause that's just one less paycheck, one less day of pay this week. But I ain't pressed about it. We ain't in it for the money. And so I guess I'll talk a little bit as we go to end this, kind of what I was doing. So basically, this is gonna be the expansion of the base. Because I was looking at that hallway, and I was like, man, what should I do for this? And I was sitting there clicking. It's like I originally didn't want to make that hallway there. And so I was like, I need to make a hallway. I wanted to make this level with the staircase by the bridge and stuff like that. And so then I was like, okay. So I was over working at the train station. I kept glancing over at the hallway. I was like, man, we need just like a big building here to put things in. And I was like, you know what? That's a good idea. And a mistake you'll see me making right here is I'm not building the bottom first, so I'm gonna have to put cobblestone in between the slabs. Because the problem with slabs is if you got blocks, you can't place slabs under the blocks. They have to be air above it. So I'll have to use cobble and stuff later, which is a funny thing that I don't even realize until much later into this. And obviously now I'm a lot farther along with this project than I was then too. So I mean I have hindsight of what I messed up and what I need to do better. But yeah, so that room kind of stuck out to me, and I kept looking at it, and I was like, man, let me just think on it a little bit, 'cause that's the best way to do something. Is if I don't know what to do, I just think on it until like the perfect idea pops at me, and then take advantage of that idea. And then if you're not happy with the idea, then you either restart or eventually down the line you fix it. That's what I did with the base. Like I wasn't happy with it at first, but then once I had a better game plan, we edited the main house, and now it's expanding into a lot more as we build a world and as we painstakingly do this very slow framing, and then I decided to finally go back to the original way of me doing it. It's always interesting watching yourself build because you never know what you're gonna do with how different building styles and stuff is. It's all just really funny, and you just will never know. So I always get joy out of that. I was like, oh man, what was I thinking there? Like, why did I stop, look at the ceiling, drop my torch, and then go back to it? And I was like, I even misplaced a block. But always they say, hindsight is 2020. And I would say for the closing of this, because this has been a much softer spoken episode where I am mostly just talking lightly with everybody and just saying what's on my mind and little things like that. So I mean I'm looking at my microphone and I'm up to it and OBS isn't being that loud. Why did I pause? I thought I clear all these pauses out. Okay, I guess we didn't clear all these pauses out, and with this pause, I think we are going to call it an episode here. If you made to the end of this, oh, we're back. Go check out that channel I was talking about. If I remembered, he will be linked below. And I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. I will catch you guys tomorrow as we got a lot more content to build. And as you see, I realized this mistake I made that I was just talking about. So we're gonna have to just cobblestone the bottom, which is really weird because I told myself I was gonna cobblestone the bottom and then forgot. and stuff. So yeah, I'll catch you guys next time. Bye.